Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. I'm Brian, and it's another episode of Game of Day May. We're going to do something unique here. A game that was originally out for the Famicom, but we got a translation of the ROM, and we're going to play it. And Samurai Pizza Cats, a game by Tecmo. I love Tecmo. This game is just awesome. It's snappy, very responsive, and fun. I'm going to skip over the storylines, the story screens, because I want you to be able to experience it on your own. It's based off of an anime that you can check out on YouTube. It's the easiest way to get to it. But it's an amazing anime that takes a source material from Japan that doesn't necessarily hold up because a lot of it's topical references and local references, and translates it into a medium where English people can, relate to some of the things that they joke about. And, it's kind of like hybrid that turns it into its own separate medium altogether. Other examples of this would be Crayon Shin-Chan, which when it's translated is different from the source material, but they use a lot of topical references that Americans would get or relate to, which makes it fun and unique. It's a very fourth wall breaking show. Came out in 1991 in the States, but as far as the Rocky and Bullwinkle-esque type thing where it breaks the fourth wall and speaks to you as the viewer, doesn't insult your intelligence. It's really fun, and I definitely suggest you check it out. But besides that, even if you aren't able to get a hold of a translation of this ROM, the game is totally playable. You're just going to get a little bit more out of it if you like story and stuff with your games. I personally do, and I would be normally just looking at the story if I hadn't played through this before, or like I said, not trying to spoil that for you. To definitely encourage you to do a playthrough on your own. I'm typically going to pick Speedy because he is a little bit quicker, but he's my favorite character on the show. You'll find that out if you check it out. He's just very funny. His quips are very funny, and he just is adorable. But each of these characters that you switch to, you have different abilities within them that they can do for you. You'll find out how they each work and stuff. So basically, when you come up to an obstacle it looks like you can't defeat with your current Pizza Cat, all you have to do is hit the menu, quickly pop up with no lag, and you'll be able to discover what to do. So in this case, we have this block here, and Speedy can't take care of it, but we switch over here. And I'm gonna say I can't say gluten. I don't know. That sprite works a little blurry to me. Anyways, you're gonna switch to him, I believe, and when you punch through the blocks. And then I switch back to here. We have a Chasm and Batcat that make his name a little bit more easy to see, but his power is to be able to fly through these gaps, and you can fly across there. Now, last time I didn't go to the left, and I don't know if I'm going to regret that, but I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm kind of not going for a speed run per se, but I don't want to necessarily see through every inch of the screen. I want you to be able to see some of it yourself too. I like the fact that when we did these Game of Day May games, we didn't go for completion, like 100% completion. We just went for more like credit completion and letting you either loop or see the ending of a game. But wanted to encourage you to go through. It's not that in a lot of these games we weren't capable of getting through 100% because they're smaller type games, but for time's sake and also for the sake of letting you experience some of it yourself, these games are significantly longer in some of the cases of the playthroughs that we did of them. If you hold up and B, you're going to activate whatever your power is that you've gotten. They didn't translate whatever the scrolls are that I picked up, so whatever the kanji is on those scrolls is representative of whatever the power is. So I'm not quite sure which one I picked up that did this, but it's pretty effective. It's taking out the ads and hit the boss. It's funny that I went to go do another one, and he just looks at me like, dude, we don't have any more of that. Don't try to do that again. I think that's very endearing that they did extra stuff with the sprite work like that. It's really cool. So, like I said, it plays like episodically, so I could pick another place to go to. I think that it really doesn't matter which order you go to because you're availed all the powers at once, which is cool. It gives you a lot of freedom in that regard. And like I said, I'm very partial to Speedy, so I'm going to probably pick him again, unless I have some other reason not to. I like the different sprite work that they do on the enemies. It's not just the background. We have a water effect going on here in 1991 that's not annoying to the eye. Sometimes I wouldn't say seizure-esque, but like there's reasons why when there was a translation of a Famicom game to an NES game, and in some cases you didn't have a lot of, you had some changes, because I wouldn't say that they were thinking about somebody having a seizure, but I think the frames per second based on how the video output is for a Famicom and in Japan, similar to how like a video output is for a one for Europe, it's different. So like if you run it on a faster system, those frames make those animations go by way too fast and therefore are kind of seizure-esque. Another example is like water effects in Contra. We didn't get like water effects for the swaying of the trees in Contra here in the States. They just took those effects out, which is sad because then other effects are less offensive later in the game, like the snow effect, and you don't get to see it. We use Batcat to get over here again, pick up whatever that power was, which I kind of wish I knew, but I really don't care. Because you see that? Look how fast he is. Like I hit that one time, and he was able to actually, if you went back and forth, you were hitting 3 potential targets there, if you were fast enough. I think I should probably take him out with this, or I might have wasted it. I just love that animation of that guy. It's just like a land octopus that's playing a ukulele, and his notes are damaging you. So I'm going to come off here to the end, and I think I probably should use Batcat and hover down. Oh. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. They all share one cumulative health bar, so I'm just going to take that and drop down here. I shouldn't have done that. I know I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. They're very generous with the hitbox. It's not that, I don't know if it's maybe Tecmo, just with the size of the sprite work, they have a different hitbox, so like you'll be able to determine where it's safe to stand and stuff when you're facing different enemies. Also, feel free to take your time when you're exploring these levels, because there isn't any time limit or anything like that, nor is there like a health depreciation penalty for spending too long anywhere, or anything like, you know, a whole bunch of extra ads coming at you. Maybe it's their attempt to be able to have some sort of way for you to show how good you are at the game by having a score that's dictated based on how much you explored the game and the enemies that you defeated, because they don't infinitely respawn, which is cool. If you're going to have a score factor in a game, then it should make sense. When, you know, you have these older... Oh, okay, I thought I was going to lose that. When you have these older games and you can just infinitely find, like, a place to grind points, it's not as cool as if you know, have to fight enemies one time each, or find all the enemies that come in an area and fight them one time each and survive. And decide to do that to grind your score up. You're literally making a conscious effort to get a higher score. Sorry, I'm definitely going to skip that too. And that is kind of my warning to you too. When you check it out yourself, if things are uncomfortable for you, you can always skip those cutscenes with select as well. I wonder if I just found a way to... I did. I just found a way to cheese getting hit. If you try to activate a power at the perfect frame when the enemy is coming through you, he'll do the fourth wall breaking animation, and then the enemy won't be able to actually contact you. That's pretty cool. But I still need to try to find a way to get in here and get some damage in. I'll just double tap and just... No. See? That's so cool. That's a little pro tip, and I just have to figure that out on the fly. I'm just gonna wait for it to get in a situation where I can attack it. There we go. I just don't want to be too close on that side there, because it's, I did hit all my power up too. That's what I have to do. I have to pretty much commit to one side and just wait, and if it doesn't spawn there, just wait for it to spawn the other side. Yeah, I just for some reason I thought I was invincible because of the ROM or something, and I wanted to be fair about this. I was like, what? Maybe I'm not really triggering that to happen. Let me see if I just get smacked by the boss. Like, no, it's still gonna smack me. It is definitely a neat little trick, though. I just really just need to commit to, like, maybe, I can say maybe this side. There we go. All right. So that's cool. If you didn't check that out, the only reason why I wasn't getting hit wasn't because I was cheating. It's because I was finding a way to cheese animation frames, and those were little tips and tricks we found out back in the day in these types of games, and would always pass around on the playground. You know, it's really cool to have things like that were discovered. I really appreciate when you find out word of mouth about something cool about a game, when somebody's like, hey, did you know this? And that's why Did You Know Gaming's really cool. They do a lot of research, and they go through some of those older articles and get them translated from stuff from developers that they never bothered to back in the day, and then you can find out how they either felt about something, or, you know, sometimes they will talk about their specific tips and tricks that they use when they play a game. A lot of people don't know, and I've said it before, but like, if you know, older games and stuff, they have these codes, and people are like, that's cool that they did that for us. Like, no, they never did that for you. A lot of time they had development teams that had to just look at specific levels, and there was no way to do that without having like manipulated each individual game. So instead they just would put a program code in that would allow them to skip levels, so that they could just look at whatever level they were having to test for quality control, or, you know, if they were talking about something specifically that needed to be addressed, they could just pull that level up real quick and be like, here you go. Or if they knew that they couldn't get to it because they were going to die, they could turn on an invincibility or something, so they could just barrel through to the specific part, and then they could address it. Which is neat, you know, that they still had teams of people that just got paid to just sit around and play the game over and over again, and find things that were, you know, quality of life things that were game breaking. That was just their job to do that. That's when I get kind of mad, when it's not good. It's like, okay, you had teams of people that were doing that, and nobody caught this specific thing. Nobody figured that out. Like that, and that was their job all day, was to sit there and play the game, and they didn't figure out that. I really feel bad for teams that have to do stuff like when they do new Smash Brothers, and they have to test every item combination and every effect of every, you know, every tag team move and every special move and all that stuff, and how it affects the gameplay. You know, they could find that there's tens of thousands of those combinations, and then they miss one, and it's a game crashing thing. It's a lot better now that we're in the world of patches, but when you were actually having to ship that on a card, on a cartridge, and make sure it was perfect when you sent it, I mean, you were pretty much dead in the water if you sent one that was bad, because at that point it was already in everybody's hands and there was no patching it. That's the only downside to those back in the day. Like, if it was on a card and it was bad forever. Versus now, if they send it bad, then, you know, enough people complain and they can still fix it post. That's also its own double-edged sword, because that means they can be lazier when they're doing research and development and play testing with games, because you know, they can afford to just do it in post. Like, well, we'll fix it in post as long as it's on a pallet and the disc is on a pallet. Then that's really all that they care about, and it's kind of sad. I wouldn't want to be in a situation though where I paid a whole bunch of money for a game and it's just like useless though because they didn't catch something. I'm gonna fly up here real quick. I always feel the need to check out stuff like that. You know, they had the attention to detail to put the lip there, and these are all, it seems like they're very all multi-path. Which is cool too, you know, giving me the ability to pick which ways I want to go. I shouldn't have done that. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Alright, I'm still gonna pick Speedy. Yeah, you can definitely go up or down. I'll go up this time. Okay, we're gonna use, what is it, Sprit? No. Meow. I should, if I would have had that when I needed it, that would have been great. Isn't that the case in every scenario, though? Tornado power. Oh god, okay. Oh god. Okay, stop double tapping it. Okay. Cool thing about him is you can just double tap him. Alright. And then get across those long gaps like that. Try to slide right in there like boop. And we're gonna face a... Oh man. He needs to come down here. There we go. Missed him again. Alright, so just basically gotta pay attention to his buddies. He didn't have a lot of hit points. I guess the flash thing did damage, and like then it was also doing damage on both sides. I'm gonna do round 4 now. Princess Pandemonium. It's cool. It's got like an announcer and everything when you watch the show. Again, I cannot recommend the show enough. If you know the actress Ruby Rose from, you know, whatever medium you know her in, I mostly know her in from John Wick, the movie that John Wick she's in. She's got a tattoo of Polly on her. It's pretty cool. You know, this is a show that if you grew up and you knew about it, you knew about it. Another situation where, you know, I just think the sprite work on these enemies and stuff is just really cool. I feel like if I dug through a lot of these, they would be good. There'd be good opportunity for something here, maybe. But it takes a little bit of power every time. But I'm still going to check because I would really like a 1-up or something if that's a thing. It was just all a dream. It'd be cool if this last one was. No? Is this last one not going to do anything? They're not gonna let me break that last one. Okay. I'll just... You know, it's a thing. It's fine. Like as I go up, I'm gonna go up. That's fine. You're gonna find though that this game controls real tight. It's just great. It's just great. You know, you feel you won't feel like it's cheap, like some games. Just the fact that you feel like you're in control is important. When in a platformer, it's one of the most important things. I get Mega Man PTSD when it comes to like jumping over stuff or jumping like I'm from platforms to land because you just never know. Look at those bubbles. Those bubbles suck. Those bubbles are like, hey, you trying to get away? Like, what are they doing? Probably should go over here, maybe. Let's check it out. There we go. I've had a feeling that we should check that out. That was a good idea. Again, look at the water. It's just great. It makes sense. It looks good. It looks different. I feel bad I don't use the other guys, but I'm just like, that's also encouraging different playthroughs, man. Like, you do it and you enjoyed it, then you can play through it with, you know, the other two. Just be mindful, obviously, of the ads. It's gonna be close. Alright. Clutched it. That's great. Then I did the jump at the end. Ninja Crows nevermore. Ta-da! Now we're in 3 more rounds. 5, 6, and 7. Let's go to 7. Guido, anchovy, and polyester. So I'm gonna pick Speedy still because he's my guy. It's crazy though. Like if you don't find other means to play these games, a lot of them are just lost to time, man. Like they just. Nobody's clamoring for a, older Tecmo's compilation where this stuff kind of gets exposed, and if it does, because, that's why fan translations are so important for preservation's sake. But also it's good when you can get a list of games that are able to be played without knowing Japanese. I think it's important for people to realize there are those. They still exist. And this is one of them. It's fun that you can do it with the translation and then know a little bit about the story. But at the end of the day, you can just go at it, and it's great. Let's see. So I have to go down one. There we go. That guy's like, go up. And I also love, when you think about in the grand scheme, these other companies, these older companies, they did their own unique batch of sprite work for the NES. Like, there was only a finite amount of sprite work that people did, and, this is some of theirs. This is a different representation of some great classic NES sprite work that you wouldn't necessarily know about, Jeez. Okay. That guy's like the way of saying, nope, you gotta go up. That guy just keeps getting bubbles scrubbed out of his hair. What's up with that? No, bud. Alright, get another power up. No, that means it's not right, basically. Okay, so if they're all telling me I gotta go up, do I have to go up? Is that what it is? No, I'm just being crazy about it. Okay. So we've done 1, we've done 2. There's 3. That don't work. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's what we needed. 4 got us there. We got these crazy guys. And that exploding guy. It's so cool. Alright. Welcome to my lair, Pizza Cats. Who are you? This person. I knew they were gonna jump over somewhere else. That definitely is a good power. That's it. And again, you may find it a bit on the easy side. I think it's fine. It's fun. It's a pun. If you would have watched the part that I skipped through, I'm sure it's relative to that. The writing's great, so it makes you wonder. You know, I'm assuming. Look at that. Look at the moon. Look at the clouds. That is really cool. You just gotta, and then they've got some parallax scrolling effects, which is really great. I'm just wondering, you know, like if the people that did the fan translation had enough source material to pull these great jokes out of, but because they're just pretty much like blank canvases, they have the ability to kind of craft whatever they want. I'm gonna stick with that power. Okay, we can jump up there. There we go. Tunnel up here. Don't really eat a lot of the power to do that, and it just allows you to just skip this here. Just shows you the benefit of him. Barrel through that guy. You're gonna have to use a combination here anyways, so then you switch over to bam. That way you can refill it from after all that. But when you're switching between powers and stuff, it's got a very Mega Man-esque feeling. You know, but in this case, it's in the form of different guys. And people like different games like that anyways. I know that people herald Samson as being great for that. You know, and then you have other games like Bucky O'Hare that does something similar too. Got a pretty awesome sword where I can take out stuff in one hit most of the time, it seems like. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh, don't, as I say, don't barrel into that. The Kool-Aid Man. That's not what that is, but maybe it is. And then we got the I wash my hair guy. Alright. Oh, it's the big cheese. Oh, what am I doing? I'm getting stuck there. That was bad. Most people don't get all up in people's faces, but I did. And it paid off. I was very fortunate there. It wasn't looking very good. Down to one more round. Round 6, Electric Toodaloo. And I picked, you know, which order I wanted to go in. So I don't know if that makes certain running banana. Hopefully it doesn't hit Cody Rhodes. You know, I don't know if that affects the momentum that you feel about it or whatever. I love when there's enemies that can show me what I can do, because I was like waiting for that to see if he fell through that texture or not. There isn't, usually there's like, oh, that sail looks good. Even that sail looks great. Switch to Batcat. Not a flying bird, it's just a flying egg. I don't know, bud. Let's go and do this. Let's do one of these. That long gap says please fly across me. And I paid for it. No, not really. I had to go down anyway, so I probably skipped a lot of that. Cats don't like to swim anyways. I love this enemy. It's probably one of my favorite enemies in this game. Paid the price though. And I'm assuming I could drop down here. Alright, I'm gonna really need that health, so I need to hope I can get it. I had to do that, and I have to do it again. Because I can't afford to get hit. I gotta get to that health that I saw, and I'm really desperate to have it. There it is. Ah, so comforting to get that. Alright. Alright, gonna face off here. You can see a lot of it just being aggressive, light taps, light jumps. Say hi to Davy Jones for us. Ta-da! And then, since you beat all the other boards, it will defer you to the last board. That's why it's great that you can do it whatever order you want. So here we are, at the final stage. And you'll usually find that they pick their best enemies, or what they consider their hardest enemies, or in a programmer's sense, they probably pick who they consider the best sprite work, you know. And it's another situation where I don't know if maybe this didn't come out because it was considered too easy. I don't know. I say that now, but like there's other games that are like that in the NES library that are easy to an extent. We just did, or I've done before, Felix the Cat, and it's a great game, but it's a little on the difficult side towards the end, and boss is a little bit higher on the ramp for some reason. I did that to myself. Luckily you can do that. That was the compromise for getting that health. Are you serious? And then he just comes up in there. Are you serious? Bro. I say the stuff about it being easy, then that stupid stuff happens. Like I literally went through all that to get that health and then lost as much health as I've gotten. That's one of my favorite things to do in an NES game. There's probably also an actuation. Oh, see, it's can I get myself down from that? It's like a catch-22. I need that health, but I don't want to. No, now I'm committed. Can I break through the steps with him? Or him? All right. I apologize for being a dingy. I have to do that again. Except for this time, I'm going to kill this guy early, so he doesn't affect me as much. Jeez. It's all gravy. I won't jump up there this time. Hit that guy. Okay. Multi-path, so... definitely encouraging you to do stuff like, create a couple different creative options. I love how it definitely will be for, I like the fact that it probably was appealing for younger kids too. I mean, some of my generation's favorite stuff is, games like Chip and Dale's and DuckTales, and they're considered easier games. I'm sorry if it sounds a little off at the moment. My TV went out, and luckily I'm able to play off of what's being displayed on my monitor. I really don't know what's going on. My power function flashed a couple times and then just turned off. So luckily I can play off this monitor, and it's in real time. I need that guy. I need that. Let me have that. Thank you. Oh wow, this came up into a bunch of crap. And I'm at the end. Hold it right there. The rude noise. That's right. And now we're back from our town. Here. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of those ninja stars. I'm gonna have to try to jump up when he is on his way out. Unless that's not gonna hit him. It did hit him. Oh, I got hit. Okay. Alright. I'm just completely thrown off, unfortunately. And it doesn't help that my dog is going crazy upstairs and I don't know what to do about that either, so... Play on. I hope that my TV hasn't gone out permanently. It's not an expenditure that I was planning on, but I'm just thankful that we're trying to get through. We got today and then tomorrow, and then we'll be through Game of Day May and move on from there. Alright, let's see if I can do better this time. Let's just see if I can just jump up and hit him in the face when he comes towards me. Yeah, it's hitting him. So basically, just he comes up, and at least you're getting a hit in every time. Slow and steady. We'll get it slowly but surely here. I I don't remember if they make me do all these bosses back to back or not, but that's okay. After being able to barrel through most of these guys, I get that they're trying to, you know, pad this out a little bit. Alright, so that guy's done. Ta-da! Unless that's like, that was the leader. That could have been the leader. I don't remember. There she blows. That might have been it too, is the fact that I couldn't remember the last time I played this if it was anticlimactic. I finally beat the pizza cats. You're gonna love that guy's voice, is hilarious. Like I said, when you watch the anime, check it out on YouTube, Samurai Pizza Cats. I don't remember exactly who's got it up, but they got the entirety of it in a couple of different sets of that. Is that it? The game can't end here. I love how fourth wall that is. Deus Ex Machina. It's one more level. And you gotta have that epic last level. I didn't know of how anticlimactic it was gonna be. I couldn't remember. It's kind of anticlimactic for me playing on this tiny little monitor screen while I'm praying that after I finish the stream that nothing's wrong with my television set. Which, if it is, it'll be fine. I've been lucky enough for it to last a long time, so. Plus, I've been through the last 7 years with a TV that was not optimized for the newer consoles, so I've never got to really experience 4K gaming, even though I've had machines capable of displaying it. So I didn't just run out and use it as an excuse to get that stuff like I know a lot of people did. This is scary. There we go. Nope, no destroying that. And I don't remember about continues or any of that stuff in this game, so I'm hoping I'm not going to have any issues with that. So you come down and fall through there and get shocked. You come up here and steal that. Yeah, I definitely need enough power to get through here and use Batcat to get up. Oh gosh. Get up here. Okay. Alright, man. That's just, you know. That's a better power-up. I'm gonna use the safety of Batcat to fly over this chasm here. That's pretty much what he's for. And then hope that I have enough to get there. Bam. That's what I wanted. When you do get that forward momentum from running, you will keep running, so keep that in mind too. Like, and be careful because it's just activated with a double tap, and that's also for your favor too, to get it going quickly, but at the same sense it's easy to accidentally activate it. I should have not done that as long as I did. Should really just be relying on that in case I don't make the platforming. I always love the games that try to make it feel epic when you get to the end. I don't know what the end was. I was hoping it was going to be an extra guy, because we don't have any of those. That guy's a pain in the butt. Alright, are we supposed to do this in 2.5 hearts? Hopefully he's got the same, you know, can't... I don't know. Another singing guy, they really just like the notes. Which I do too. Oh no. Okay, continue. Alright, so I have to do this whole board over again, which is fine, because I at least have extra guys this time. I'm still just really wondering what is wrong with my television, and why it did that. It was just, all of a sudden, like, the screen dimmed. And that's probably also because I'm running this upscaler and it may not like it, I don't know. Which is weird because we used it to do a 4-hour playthrough yesterday and it was fine with it, but I don't know. I'm just thankful of being able to still play off the monitor. But yeah, it was working fine. All of a sudden the color of the screen dimmed a little bit and then it just went boop. But that's not my concern right now. My concern is finishing this stream for you guys and getting through this 30th day, this 30th game. And we are here at the end, so no turning back now. It's just a little bit harder to see some of the smaller projectiles. Respawning enemy, and I made that comment earlier about not being able to grind for points, but I guess in certain areas it does. You're not going to really do a lot of backtracking because of how much extra enemies you're going to be coming across. Alright. It's not going to help if I get to that end boss and have no health again, and that looks like what's going on. But as long as it restarts me at that end boss with full health, that's good, but I don't think that's what happens. I think that they find a checkpoint to give you. So there's a second power there. And then I can fly down and get this first thing here. Alright, now I just gotta be really cautious with my health. This guy was a pain in the butt last time. And I still don't know what that barrel does, so I'm gonna leave it. So it's gonna be crucial that I take care of this enemy that was giving me a lot of problems last time and hitting me a lot. This guy here, I gotta pay full attention. Okay, this time I paid full attention to him instead of letting him just bounce around and just take the majority of my health. Alright, let's see how this fight goes this time. I think the attack is the majority of the patterns you've seen me with people. I've stayed really up close so that I've been able to get damage and make their projectiles follow me. And if I'm going in close for damage, then it's also being able to be taken up by my projectiles. Also, if it's following, there's a chance they're not going to spawn some more. In this case, he's just kind of bouncing around. I'm really hoping I'm close. Yes. I don't know if that was the last boss. That's a weird last boss. Guitars? We don't need no stinking guitars. That's great. No. I think there's 2 more if I remember correctly. They're just not prompting you between levels now. It's like the final 4. I'm just hoping that at the end, like, there's not another one. And this game is... It's weird because it's memorable, but not to the degree that I remember all the bosses. Because you had 6 stages, and for an NES game, at this point, it's going to bring the total stages up to 10. That's pretty cool. You may find that some of these seem a lot shorter, though. And I think it's cool that you're at this point now where they're making you pretty much combine your powers to do little mini puzzles, but not too difficult where they're unattainable. It's definitely feels like it was geared towards a younger audience, and for the NES library, there's a lot of times that they brought stuff over just for that. So again, it's got to be because the source material wasn't, going to be memorable enough for a show that didn't air that long in the States. Ugh. Well. Woo. Well, this is almost a little bit of PTSD. What does this look like? If you paid attention to our stream yesterday, you might have seen a little bit of something like that. Jeez. Talking about how unique it was, and it was being done in 1991 on an NES game too. Like, it still is a very unique way to platform through a game, I think. Oh, how do I get down there? I really need to be down there with that stuff, but we'll just move forward. That's how I get down there. I didn't want to waste my projectiles, but I figured if that's the only... Well, that was the only way I was going to survive that. Checkpoints aren't super bad. I don't even remember being on this screen. Okay, there it is. Now I'm kind of a little familiar with where I was at. Man, I gotta be a little bit cleaner with the platforming here. There's where I could have got that stuff. It was right before I dug there. I never would have found it anyways. Okay. You have just enough to clear that gap. I did not mean to do that, which sucks. I have a feeling I can fly up here. Nope. That was a feeling. That stuff respawns, which is great if you need it, but... Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys. I was killing those guys with one swipe. Again, that was not what I meant to do. You can tell they don't want you to get to the boss when you have to deal with all this stuff. They saved all the best platforming for last, and here I am having a really difficult time with it. I'm also trying to not get hit. Oh, come on. I really need to figure out what's going on with my TV, because this is not... I'm not in a very comfortable situation here. I gotta keep doing this over and over again. I was just saying how they were pretty nice with the checkpoints. That's not the case. Not in this board at least. Like I got way far and I had to go very far back. It's like you should give me some sympathy hearts when I don't need them. And then when I'm in a situation where more likely than not I'm going to get hit. Okay, come on guys, come on guys. What the heck? I'm gonna die. Okay, so for future reference, okay, come on, give me that, give me that. Oh my gosh, that was so needed. For future reference, you can't let those guys stack up, and you also can't be switched over to another power when you're trying to get up that kind of stuff because it wasn't registering me getting up there, which is sucky. See, like he's not even able to get up there. How am I gonna get up there? I don't have enough of that. Nope. Now what am I gonna do? Well, I guess I gotta hope that I can close this gap here. Barely. And it respawned the other one anyways. Or not spawn the other one, but alright, so. Gotta love the cartoonish jump there. So, I gotta fly up here. I gotta hurry up and switch to dude. And drop down there. Alright. Now let's see what kind of situation I'm in here. There's a person that's saying that they got notification, but they're not subscribed. I apologize. I hope that's not an inconvenience to you. Just enjoying a little bit of Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh man, that just is not cool. Okay, so we have to continue from the beginning. Again, I apologize. I'm doing the best I can in the conditions I have. It's just the sprites are very small. Yeah, I appreciate that. Sorry I'm not typing responses, but it is a neat little NES game. It's not too bad. I'm just in a situation where I was playing on my television and now I'm having to switch to look at my monitor's gameplay, and I don't want to mess with anything else, so I'm not trying to maximize it or anything. But this is the end of the game where you have to face the final 4 bosses. And I'm just being really sloppy because I'm trying to get back to where I was at. But it's kind of reminds me of Mega Man at the end, where you basically face 6 stages. They each have a boss, and then at the end you face another set of bosses. If that respawns, I should be able to do it again. Yeah, there we go. So that just will keep coming back. And I need to have a better power for that end boss that I was at too, so that's important. So essentially that power will rotate every time too on the respawn. And this second one's pretty good. So, okay, so I'm going to switch to Batcat. There we go. A lot of people don't know about this game because it didn't come over in the States, and this is a Famicom ROM that I'm playing a fan translation of, so you can see stuff in English. But if you ever did find it on a ROM site, and if it says in parentheses that it's Samurai Pizza Cats, I can't pronounce the Japanese name of it, but it is still quite playable. Oh, that's how that was. It basically would have put me back down there again. Yeah, we try to make good content here. Not just stuff that's popular, but also stuff that's fun to play. We really try to prioritize fun games and gameplay experiences over anything. We did have a little bit of a rager last night doing a playthrough of Super Mario Land 2. It was a little bit more difficult than we thought as far as the ramp goes. Okay, now I gotta switch to a guy and be able to beat these guys. There we go. There we go. I got through this time. So essentially, again, I should be able to go down and come back up and respawn. That's a wrong thing for me to discover there. I wish I would have known that earlier. Okay, that's a full power thing. I don't need that. Switch to Batcat. Oh wait, he can't jump that long chasm. I gotta switch to Speedy. Yeah. Okay. Then Batcat. Then. Alright, back. Alright, cool. Now we're back to the boss again. Okay, so. Okay, I don't have any more power, so now I just gotta basically just go up and start hacking away. 3 hacks, I'll come back. I figured he was coming back after 3. Come back. Oops. 1, 2, 3. I'm just kind of committing now. Alright. Took that guy out. Sweet. Now the last guy, cool, they're not even making me do another stage, but they are making me do this guy back to back, and I used all my power, so I kind of regret that, but that's okay. It's still another affair where we pretty much have to be up close and try not to take damage, but do as much as possible. I don't know if I die where it's gonna respawn me. Ugh. Okay, we know there's a head there, so... Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. So... You gotta do both those back to back, and I know now that I pretty much have to keep all of my power for that guy. Which is fine. Which is fine. They really just, when you get to the end, they want you to feel it, I guess. I cannot say it's a little disheartening, because I know the last time I played through this, I beat both those back to back, so I didn't know you restarted through all this. It just makes me know that I gotta just take advantage of having that projectile there at the end. But also, it's reassuring if this is the last stage, then I hope. Oh, I did not mean to switch to that. Alright, swing through that. Did not mean to do that. Pardon me. Again, that was not what I intended to do, especially because it takes a lot of my power. I definitely don't want to get that because it defers me back to the beginning power. Alright, so I can get those again. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we use Batcat again. Switch over. And now I gotta just try my best to not use it at all. Oh cool, I go back to this robot again. Sweet. That's great. At least they did that for me. Alright, so I had to do some of that power and it helped. And hopefully that's it. I'm not sure at this point. Darn it. Guess being evil just isn't for me. Time to get a new job. Maybe Saban can land me a job at the Power Rangers set. That's hilarious. Looks like you just kicked the bucket. Ta-da! Time to put a stop to Seymour's plans once and for all. I think there might be one more stage. This samurai's final pursuit. You're getting a lot of value here. So there's 10 stages, 4 stages. This is the 11th stage. Gotta appreciate that the value you're getting here. Gotta love that reference for Power Rangers though. It's pretty cool. Alright. I didn't watch before I did this playthrough. I saw that Arcus and a couple people did some speed runs, and I just don't. I'd like to know where they're getting 18 minutes from. I mean, because I don't think I've done too bad. So they obviously know some tricks to fly through these stages. That's cool for them, but I'd like to enjoy it a little bit. I mean, I'm not in the part where I've faced it through it so many times I want to try to speed run it yet. Definitely it appears that it's possible if they're hitting 18-minute times and stuff, though. I was really hoping I could get like a... Well, that'll boost my power one, but then how do I get back up? Okay, let's see. One... I'm not dropping down there because that was the stage I was below, so I have to use him to fly up. Really risky. I'd really like to have a refreshing heart situation somewhere. Because if it's any, oh gosh, if it's any castle, or if it's like anything like the previous stage, there wasn't any consideration for that. No. Okay. It's fine. Come on. I can't see half of them. And I'm gonna lose my whole guy here. Well, I'm just gonna tank this guy and start over, I guess. These bubbles are really hard to see. And they're going really fast too, so if I let a couple escape, then I'm usually having one on my pixel when I'm not seeing him. I always find it funny that when a game gets to the end, like they feel like the thing that they need to do is just make it really difficult with tight enemy placement and stuff and very little power-ups. Like that's okay. How do we adjust the difficulty? Well, we give them less power-ups and we make it so almost every enemy hits them. And then they'll just be really stressed that they can't ever get it done. But then this game kind of balances it out with not with you being able to refresh your power-ups. That was dumb. Let's go down here and see what happens. Yeah, I figured that's what it was. Okay. I just gotta knuckle down and pull it out at this point. I mean, come on. It hit me like 50 freaking times. Come on! You gotta be kidding me, man. Oh! I'm just gonna beef it because I need extra guys. I'm just frustrated because it was just fine. It was doing just fine. So, okay. Okay. It's just like, look at where you're at. You instantly spawn and getting hit 3 freaking times. Like, it's, again, another game where it's great and it's so lax on its difficulty, and then they get stuff like this crap. Oh! There's no health. There's none. Thanks for that. Thanks for the no health. These bubble enemies are just ridiculous, man. Like, look at that. Like, I had to spawn and I have to learn exactly how to kill 3 enemies right off the rip or I'm screwed. It's ridiculous, man! I'm not gonna go 5 more minutes in this stage with 3 hits out of 10. Like, I'm just not doing it. Stupid. I mean, that's just absolutely stupid. I don't have any excuse. I'm just playing poorly on a very tiny monitor, and that's all there is to it. If you listen to the Mario Land 2 thing, all you're going to think of is that we make excuses here at this point, because we've been having to deal with the most adversity possible for trying to do something that seemed very easy. Take 31 days and beat games every day. Beat a game every day. And it's either been streaming issues or timing issues or whatever, and it's just been so difficult. It's been so difficult. And so today, like right here at the finish line, I'm dealing with my home TV just crapping out on me in the middle of this playthrough. And the only reason why I'm able to continue is because I'm playing off the computer monitor that the stream is being shown on. That's still not being affected for lucky. I'm lucky, so. Can I please get through here? Oh, cool. Did I get to the boss with no life? Awesome. No life, no health, no extra guys. So, what's your pattern, bud? Cool. Okay. Calm, cool, and collected. 3 things I am not, but it is okay. I will get there. And then I get to find out if I get to get myself a new 4K TV. Alright. Bubbles, man. So why did you lose the most? Bubbles. Bubbles, man. It's like a social commentary on cats not liking to get washed. Alright, let's see what we can do this time. Oh, I missed it. I hit him. Alright. I'm not hitting the power button faster than I think I'm hitting it, so it's not doing anything. There we go. I think I got another one going. There we go. Maybe I could do like a jump slash as he comes towards me. Nope. Nope. And we get to restart the level. Woo! It's another one of these. That's okay. To be fair, I didn't hit the majority of my shots because I wasn't adjusting to the timing window correctly enough, so that's fine. Can't blame that on anybody else but myself. There's the bubbles again. Let's lose all my freaking health. You gotta be kidding me. So now I get to do that same boss with like 2 ticks of health. Sweet. You know, you guys could give me some health. I give you permission. I know it's not gonna. You think that it's gonna make the game like less challenging, but I promise. I only get one of those. One of those. That's it. One of those. Well, that wasn't worth it. Am I gonna have to like do like a jump slash? Am I hitting him? I'm dead again. So, okay. Alright, and it starts you off the rip where you just take so much damage that if you get hit a couple times, you might as well just sit there and have all your... You might as well just have all your lives taken and then start over again. Because it's just pointless. It's just pointless because you can't really take any... You can't. So, I'm going to lose all my health again and start over again. You don't get any health, it looks like, and... Luckily, you just get infinite continues. So, luckily, there's that. So you have to kill that guy, dodge that bubble. It's like ridiculous what you're expected to do. And you have to keep pushing forward, and if you don't keep pushing forward there, then you won't be able to kill that guy faster than the bubbles that'll come up on you, and it'll take away over half of your health. And you have to jump up here and do the same thing with this guy here. You have to just try to not get killed by the musical notes or the Kool-Aid dude. And you come down here and you have to hurry up and press fast here so you don't get killed by those things. And unfortunately, I got caught up in her sprite. It's like everything that I don't get hit with the first time, I'll get hit with the second time because I was saving hits. You know? That's my favorite thing in game. There's a lot. You have to be aggro here because there's the bubbles that are going to take the rest of your health away. It's not anything other than the 2 guys here that spit these infinite bubble enemies out. Those are the people that are going to take away all your health so that you can't fight the boss. Fun. I need that power now. I'm going to try to use this one instead, because at least if I can time it good, then there's a chance I'll be okay. Now another treacherous hallway where you got to hurry up and hopefully you don't get hit by anything, because if you do, then you're not going to have enough health to... Oh, nope, I can only get hit 4 times now. 3 times. I'm sorry, it's just demotivating that I'm having to deal with so much crap. That's not even this game. It's just stupid extra crap. Alright, so here we go. Like, I just gonna time it, he's gonna stop, he's gonna flash, and then I gotta do that shit. And then there we go. And I got hit too, so that's not good. Flash. Bam. Here he comes. Flash. Bam. Here he comes. Flash. Bam. Again. Here he comes. Flash. Bam. I don't have any more of that, so now I just gotta hope that I hit him. What was that crap? I'm I'm not even hitting him now. So, and then guess what happens if I don't finish this phase? Then I have to start over again. I gotta kind of hit him before he dive bombs on the ground. Oh, man. And guess what? It started over again time. Let's hope I don't get hit by any bubbles so that I can't do the boss. There's one bubble hit. There's fucking, excuse my language, jeez. I'm so over that. This is not even right. It's just DPS before the boss, and the boss is basically getting by the fact that his cronies are doing so much damage to me that I can't get enough hits in on him. So this time, I'm gonna not even use, I'm not gonna use that thing I just used. Why did that happen? Alright, this time I'm gonna just try not to use... I don't know, man. I don't know what the strategy is. I don't really know what the strategy is, so... I don't know, man. I gotta swing before I think I need to swing is really what it is. This is the strategy that I'm stressing about that I'm not finding. God, I had no more hits. Are you sick of seeing me do this stage yet? I'm sick of me doing this stage. And guess why I'm not being able to do it? Bubbles. Bubbles, folks. Look, see these bubbles? These bubbles are more dangerous than that end boss. Bubbles. Little tiny bubbles. The same bubbles that probably are fighting you in Contra. Yep, little itty bitty bubbles that kill you. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Great game design. Thank you for killing me, Bubbles. One thing I learned is that boss is a really really cool weakness that I can exploit. So good for me. But man, telling you what, there's some more. Oh, let's take all my health away before I get to the end boss. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna wipe now because it's just pointless. Oh my god. It's ridiculous. Start and instantly get hit. You cannot get any health. You don't get any health. It's just not good ramp. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't. How people can have games
that have 90% great gameplay, and then they just figure either that's never going to be good, kids are never going to be able to get there, so they don't have to worry about the end boss. Like, that's probably another reason why when you do get to the end of some of these Nintendo games, there's no ending that's great, because they don't even figure you're going to get there. You know, and then in this case, the game is great. Every single level, you get to this last level, and it makes you take so much damage before you get to the boss that you have to learn how to not take any damage getting to the boss to be able to beat the boss. And I'm getting so mad that I'm just tanking all my hits again. I'm just getting mad. Like, that's ridiculous that you have to do that as soon as you spawn. Every time. See how fast it's respawning versus how fast I can hit it? Like, that's ridiculous. You have to pretty much know how to advance everywhere in this last part. Oh, here we go. Bubble time. You gotta be kidding me. Like, you literally got 3 hits on me, you piece of crap. Why don't you get any health? Like, that's just ridiculous. Ugh. Now I gotta get my pattern again. Come on, man. I know the move's not being on the ground. Why do you do that? I gotta use that weapon faster. Jeez, man. Oh my god, I thought he had me there. Oh my god. That's what I'm trying for every time, but I just have to, he has to be at the right spot. Nice. like I can only do it when he's at that one spot. Oh my god. No! No! Ah! I don't have a way to sit at my monitor either, so I've been standing for now 45 minutes, just standing here like a goon, and I'm gonna just wipe all my guys again. Oh, man. You should not have to do stuff like this. You should not have to drop in and know exactly what you have to do to not get hit. You should not have to advance it. Like that, these bubbles will just keep killing me if I don't kill that thing, and I have to advance faster than the screen scrolls almost to be able to get there to the point where I don't get hit at least once for sure. Like they make it so that you can't even guarantee to get there even if you know exactly what to do. And I'm sure there's probably people that can do it, so I don't want to say that you can't. It just frustrates the crap out of me, man. I played this game so casually and beat it. I don't even remember what I was doing. I was talking to Braden, and we were just sitting there, and I was just talking to him, and I was like, oh, I beat this game? And now, of course, because I'm trying to do it for stream, it's got to be difficult. I don't understand. This guy is just the bane of my freaking existence, man. I mean, no health anywhere. That's so stupid. Come on! I'm gonna wipe. I can't do it with 4 hits. I can't. It's just dumb. You take one phase gets on top of you, and you're just wasting your time to get there. Like. And unfortunately for me, I'm dealing with stream stability. I'm just over it. It's gotta be really interesting to watch me rage too. I can't keep... Oh, God! So stupid! Here we go. See if I can get hit 15 times here. Stupidest enemy. Stupidest enemy. I tell you what. Whatever. I'm sorry, I can't talk. That's what it is. I cannot talk and do this part. I just can't. Yeah, I don't even know why I switched up my strategy if this is the same strategy, other than him being able to appear right above me, or that. Oh man, I hope this is it. Come on, guy, you can't have too many more hits left. Yes, please tell me that's it. Because that was ridiculous. So the ship is on fire. Hopefully that's a good thing. Except for we're on it still. And we're going down in flames. Nice cartoony explosion. Gotta love that. Look, the ship is going down. There's these little the characters, some of the characters in the anime are just like little smart talkers and stuff. Where's the pizza cats? You think those dumb samurai got sent to another dimension? That's another show. I bet you they're talking about Dimension X. Oh, Speedy. Mama, they're saying the pizza cats are gone. Well, maybe we'll finally get our own TV show. Maybe even a cameo in Super Pig. Sweet. And of course, you know, in a big historic reclamation, here they are. Pizza Cats, original staff. Sorry, I got a little bit frustrated. It's, again, I don't think I would have had as much problems if it was just a little bit difficult for my monitor showing me those bubble enemies. They were just really tiny. And I apologize for making excuses, but we did tough through it. I hope that my television is not fried, but I'm thankful that we were able to still get through it and finish this on the monitor. It's definitely one for the books. It's not that difficult. I don't know what it was with us picking a couple of games here at the end that has a serious amount of ramp at the last level, but I do think that was traditional for Nintendo to do that at the end. It was like a more bang for your buck thing. They didn't really want you to beat a game in a day or a weekend. This would be really difficult for your parents to hear that you just went and got this game, then a couple hours later you were done with it. And I don't know why that's impossible to think of. I guess they were just coming off the backs of the Atari era where you were playing single screen games and stuff like that, and able to beat those, or not necessarily beat those, but just play those for hours on end. And then you have a game like this where it only took a couple hours to do it, but you probably wouldn't even tell your parents you beat it because they would be mad that they just dropped $50 on it. But yep, that's Samurai Pizza Cats. I encourage you guys again to check out the anime. It's easiest found on YouTube. Just put in the title. Try to find one that's sequential. I suggest that because they do kind of do callbacks within themselves and stuff too. And again, this game is very accessible without the fans translation because it's just a basic platformer with 11 levels, as you saw. And I skipped through the story, but the story is very cute, and it was written by fans. The fan translations were fans of the show, so that was very important. It came through. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking around for day 30. We only got one more to go for Game of Day May. It's a mystery what tomorrow will be, but we will come back with you for the last day of Game of Day May, and we're really appreciative that you stuck around with us. And thank you for checking out all of our content here at the Vid-Bits. Until next time, peace.